What do you call it when a teenage sensation gets completely outclassed by a man twice his age? Tuesday night in Munich, Lamine Yamal walked into that stadium as football's golden child and left as just another kid who learned that legends don't retire. They make retirement speeches for others. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't just score a goal, he buried the entire passing of the torch storyline 6 feet under. The UEFA Nations League final in Munich was billed as Cristiano Ronaldo versus Lamine Yamal, but when the decisive moments arrived, both superstars could only watch from different perspectives. What unfolded was a footballing lesson that transcended age and reputation. Spain took a commanding 2-1 lead through goals from Martin Zubimendi and Mikel Oyarzabal, and it seemed like youth would triumph over experience. But football has a funny way of humbling predictions. Enter Nuno Mendes, who made a devastating run down the left flank, getting past both Lamine Yamal and Oscar Mingueza with pace and precision. After a series of deflections, the ball found its way to the most dangerous man in the box. Cristiano Ronaldo, with the composure that only comes from 2 decades at the highest level, calmly slotted the ball home with his right foot to make it 2-2. That goal marked his 139th for Portugal and his 8th in just 9 Nations League matches. The veteran had struck when it mattered most. What followed was a penalty shootout that showcased Portugal's collective strength, with Diogo Costa's crucial save from Alvaro Morata proving decisive in their 5-3 victory. Ronaldo, who had been substituted in the 86th minute due to injury, watched his teammates complete the job he had helped set up. Throughout the match, Yamal showed flashes of his undeniable skill, especially in the build-up to Spain's opening goal, but he was mostly neutralized by Portugal's defensive strategy. The young winger struggled to impose himself against a team that knew exactly how to handle rising talent. It was a harsh but valuable lesson in international football's unforgiving nature. When we dive into the statistics, the contrast between these two players becomes both stark and fascinating. At 40 years old, Cristiano Ronaldo has accumulated 221 international appearances and 139 goals for Portugal. Numbers that seem almost fictional when you consider the longevity required to achieve them. Even in 2025, Ronaldo shows no signs of slowing down, having already scored 22 goals in just 26 appearances this calendar year. His club form remains equally impressive, with 99 goals in 111 matches for Al Nassr since joining the Saudi Arabian Giants. Last season, he set a new Saudi Pro League scoring record with 35 goals, surpassing the previous mark of 34. On the other side, we have a teenager who's rewriting football's record books in completely different ways. Yamal's 2024-25 season has been nothing short of phenomenal. 9 goals and 13 assists in 35 La Liga appearances, leading Barcelona to another league title while establishing himself as one of the world's most exciting talents. The Barcelona winger has become the youngest player to achieve multiple Champions League milestones, including becoming the youngest to both score and assist in a Champions League game at 17 years and 241 days. His international resume already includes Euro 2024 victory and Young Player of the Tournament honors. But here's what makes this comparison truly interesting. If Yamal had won the Nations League, he would have matched Ronaldo's international trophy count at just 17 years old. The speed of his rise suggests we're witnessing something special, but Ronaldo's sustained excellence over 2 decades proves that early promise and career-long greatness are very different achievements. What separates champions from contenders isn't just skill. It's mental fortitude when everything's on the line. In Munich, we witnessed a masterclass in psychological warfare that extends far beyond the 90 minutes. Ronaldo's pre-match confidence, his body language during crucial moments, and his reaction to pressure situations revealed why he's remained at the summit for 2 decades. The Portuguese icon has faced elimination matches in 5 different decades, experiencing the suffocating weight of expectation that would crush lesser mortals. His ability to compartmentalize pressure and channel it into performance is what legends are made of. Meanwhile, Yamal experienced his first taste of real international heartbreak, the kind that either breaks promising careers or forges them into steel. The way he handled post-match interviews, refusing to make excuses, and immediately setting his sights on redemption showed glimpses of that champion's DNA. This psychological dimension often determines who becomes a footnote and who becomes folklore in football history. The narrative of passing torches in football is rarely as clean as we'd like to believe. Symbolically, both players are missing from the 2025 Club World Cup, Ronaldo because Al Nassr failed to qualify, and Yamal because Barcelona chose different priorities. This absence from football's newest prestige tournament speaks to a sport in transition. Ronaldo's recent comments about the Ballon d'Or reveal his perspective on this generational shift.
In my opinion, he deserved to win the Golden Ball. It was unfair, in my opinion. I say here in front of everybody.
While backing PSG's Ousmane Dembélé over Yamal for the 2025 award, he emphasized that the teenager should be allowed to grow his own way, without excessive pressure. This protective stance from veterans like Ronaldo and Luis Suarez shows how the older generation is actively mentoring rising stars rather than simply competing against them. But dismissing Yamal as just another promising youngster would be a mistake. His response to the Nations League defeat demonstrates the same mentality that made Ronaldo and Messi great, using setbacks as fuel for improvement. Football analysts note that Yamal shares the "I'll show all of you" attitude that characterized both Ronaldo and Messi's careers. The reality is that football's landscape is big enough for multiple superstars to coexist. Yamal is expected to enter the 2025-26 season with renewed motivation and physical development, driven by the sting of recent defeats. Meanwhile, Ronaldo continues defying father time, suggesting that experience and youth can complement rather than replace each other. Perhaps the real question isn't whether this is the end of Ronaldo's era, but whether we're witnessing the beginning of a new chapter where multiple generations of talent elevate the game together. Yamal's hunger after the Nations League defeat mirrors the same drive that has kept Ronaldo at the top for over 2 decades. The Barcelona star's social media activity, mocking critics and declaring his confidence, shows a mentality that transcends age. This isn't just talent, it's the psychological makeup that separates good players from legends. Ronaldo's longevity continues to redefine what's possible in modern football. His 22 goals and 26 appearances this year prove that elite performance isn't exclusively the domain of youth. Sports science, nutrition, and recovery methods have extended careers in ways previous generations couldn't imagine. For aspiring footballers worldwide, this dynamic creates unprecedented inspiration. Young players can see in Yamal that age is no barrier to achieving greatness, while Ronaldo demonstrates that dedication and professionalism can extend careers far beyond traditional expectations. The Portuguese superstar's move to Saudi Arabia has also revolutionized Asian football, creating new pathways for talent development globally. The future of football looks remarkably bright because it's not about choosing between experience and youth. It's about celebrating both. We're entering an era where 17-year-olds can compete with 40-year-olds on equal terms, where different leagues offer different challenges, and where football's global reach means more opportunities for greatness than ever before. Rather than marking the end of an era, the Ronaldo-Yamal dynamic represents football's infinite capacity for renewal and inspiration. The torch isn't being passed, it's being shared, and that makes the beautiful game more beautiful than ever. So, what do you think? Are we witnessing the end of Ronaldo's era, or is this just another chapter in football's endless story of greatness? Will Yamal's hunger for redemption drive him to even greater heights next season? Or can Ronaldo continue defying expectations at 40? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I genuinely want to hear your take on this generational clash. If you enjoyed this deep dive into football's biggest storylines, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Next week, we're breaking down the other young stars ready to shake up the football world. Don't miss it.